did 88 because they were virtual and because I allowed myself to be taken advantage of. But I did my final one and it went really well. And the kids were all really excited. And like, they were asking questions that like pertain to my job. And then they were like, what do your hand tattoos say? What other tattoos do you have? And then they started sending.
Run and get the sheriff.
It's the Cowboy.
I love duck and chips. We love duck and chips. We love startled and chips. We're whackers for it. Yeah, family.
Now it is private. A giant group of children, and I like. Of course, I didn't give out my Instagram handle.
They're gonna be like, "Wow, so she reposts infographics."
I was just reposting infographics. I haven't posted anything in a long time. I'm not good at Instagram.
You were really good
We
at
know.
the fucking what you call it, the museum of modern.
Yeah, I was good at that,
That was real good.
but I haven't done that in a long time.
That's like the kind of internet everybody wants.
I know. That's the thing. I should go back to that. The
Yep.
Museum of Modern Wrestling. That's the only way that we're ever going to get wrestling friends.
Right. Rats, friends, what is it?
Friends or threads, either way.
Yeah.
I
Ooh,
want
there
both.
you go.
I just want wrestlers to pay attention to
Damn,
us.
Ryan, you're in outer fucking space, and I'm in my boring bedroom.
Yeah, well, you
I
can
was
be in
in
space
the
too.
fucking. Oh, damn it! I was like in the spot, and I was about to push the button, and then I jumped into the meeting, and I can't get
You
back.
can do it while you're in.
Oh wait, I just
That's pretty good.
Hold on.
Your headshot.
Hey, there we go. Hey, what's up, guys? Fuck it. I do have. Are we streaming?
Yeah, we are.
Oh, I gotta
And I'm wide Leonard this time.
yeah, I see that there.
Oh boy.
I have a little mood board about Laura I'd like to share with the class.
Oh,
Oh, Laura.
Yeah. Let me see here.
no, I like the blush.
Give me a minute.
Favorite.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm excited about it. I was just
Oh,
talking
yeah.
about what my favorite one was. You keep changing it. I like the one where I have a bean sprout and blushing cheeks. This is rude.
This is
I
rude.
like doing. You can change. No.
Now
Alright.
we both have mustache.
There we go.
Oh yeah, you know, this was something I actually
That
wanted to
kinda
bring
made-
up
that-
last week,
Yeah.
and then I didn't, and then it became like 1,000 times more relevant. I can't believe I didn't bring it up.
Well, Laura being a mess.
Yeah, and like
So
the sort of psychological implications behind like someone who like makes a huge mess in the kitchen and then like tells the camera like, "Yep, I made a big mess. Wouldn't be a day if I didn't make a big mess in here." Remember when she said that last time? Not this time. Last time.
Yeah. Well, she's sloppy. Like it's just
It's
like
so sloppy.
I work with people like that in the kitchen where it's just like you look over at their station and it looks like a bomb went off and you're like, dude, just like, oh my god, just like dripping stuff all over the place and like.
Yeah, there was like a
Not
doo-doo
just, like-
butter river happening this time.
Yeah, there was. Well, hence there's that, and then they're just having fun in the kitchen, and then it made me think of this classic internet thing, That's classic.
This is disgusting.
But then really, I was like, let's take it one step further with the Pooh Bear,
Yeah.
Back to the Juggernaut.
The
Yeah, big mean Winnie the Pooh.
Oh, he's really hot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's strong. And then uh-oh. For the fellas.
Oh man.
All right. Look at them honey pots. All right, I'm back.
Yeah, her,
NSFW.
but just also, even when she didn't spill shit all over, which also they keep doing this thing that I feel victimized by, because I don't like her. And
Yeah,
every
no one
intro,
does.
They show her like, oh no, like smearing shit all over herself, like dropping shit, and you're like, well, clearly this is going to be the one where she fucks it up so hard that they make her go home, right? And then they're like, this disgusting, melty, drippy pile that you've had your hands just all over tastes pretty fucking good, so you get to stay.
She's like, it's delicious.
Is it delicious because it's covered in her fucking sweat and human sebum?
Sebum?
What's sebum?
What is sebum?
It's the oil that your skin secretes.
Yeah.
Sebum. I got some sebum on my pants.
Yeah. Like,
I can't go into work with these trousers. They got a little bit of sebum on them.
Yeah.
What? Why are you making fun of sebum? It's real.
Yeah,
Sebum.
it's got a nice musty smell.
How do you sebum doing?
Monkey sebum, monkey doobum.
oh no.
I never heard this word before in my life. This is something new for me.
Bell, but not much.
Wide Leonard has not previously encountered sebum.
Wide
Oh
Leonard.
Lord. Well, I'll tell you what, guys. I found out like on Wednesday that Hermine got eliminated because I was reading some article and it said it, which is totally not fair because it doesn't come out on Netflix till Friday.
I know that's why you can't read the internet.
I didn't, dude. It was like
Don't you
it
know?
caught me off guard. Like it was something. I don't even remember what it was about because I was like, oh no, ah! And yeah, that was a bummer. Because
I mean,
I was rooting for her for a long time. She
Hell
had
yeah.
just a down to earth like quality about her that I
Yeah, she's a
really
chiller.
appreciated. Yeah,
She-
totally.
Funny.
Beautiful moment. And
Yeah.
I don't know, tell me if you'll notice this. At one point, she's doing something, she's working on something, and Noel comes up behind her, and without even looking up, she says, "Oh, hello, vampire," and then
Ugh.
keep going, and it's delightful.
Yeah,
and
that
really
was
a
nice.
tragedy that we've lost her.
Yeah, this season has kind of been
She
like,
was having a bad day or two. I don't know. Like
it
you
was
never
disappointing.
can tell.
Yeah, it's weird they didn't take into account their entire, since this is the final three, that they weren't like, well, who actually deserves to be in this? The person who fucks up every single time and just doesn't do as bad as somebody else, or the person who's always good
And had a
just,
bad
like,
day.
You know,
Yeah.
it was supposed to be her week. It was supposed to be her week. Like, whatever. You know, like, that's not how the world fucking works.
You
It's
put a
just-
lot of fucking pressure on her
They
too.
really did.
Yeah. And you could tell she was trying not to be pressured into it, and like she must have been under a lot. It must have like been really freaking her out because she was very like pointedly trying to not be like, yeah, this is a good category for me. I'm good at this category. She was like, yeah, it's supposed to be mine. It's supposed to be the one I'm good at.
Sad.
You could have had a bad bitch.
Yeah, like she wasn't. She was afraid to own her talent. And I
No,
guess
she
that
had
was
skills.
she was the best baker in that tent.
enough.
Yup.
Yeah, but she wasn't like she let it get to her head. I think this time.
Yeah, something got to her. I
She shouldn't
bet.
have been eliminated. Nothing she did was bad enough. I think.
I don't know. I think those final cakes must have really been.
Yeah.
The square cakes.
The jelly thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe the jelly thing. Maybe they were like, no, like you're too good for this.
Yeah,
Like,
it was supposed to be a mousse and it turned into rubber.
There was
Okay.
a moment where
But then, because she straight up told him why she fucked. I'll bet you they would have been a little more lenient on her if she was like, didn't tell them that she was flying by the seat of her pants and threw her recipe away.
Oh yeah.
She
I don't
was
know why she said
because
that.
she was just like, she's basically like, if this fucks up, this is exactly why. Because like with stuff like that, it's not like, it's a difference between baking and cooking. Like, yeah, anybody who's like a good cook can go into the kitchen, and like throw some ingredients together and it'll be good. But with things like that, it's like we've said before, it's like a chemistry set. So it's got to be, temperature and timing and amount has got to be dialed in, or it's just not going to do what it's supposed to do. And that happened to our girl this week.
there was a moment though that that Matt and Noel were like when they were
funny guys.
no, not really this episode actually, but
Oh really? I enjoyed their pattern.
they had.
I like their charming.
Surprise you are. But the thing I've been trying to fucking say for 10 goddamn minutes is when they meet up in the tent and they're having their final, like, who's gonna stay, who's gonna go. Noel and Matt were definitely like, isn't Ermine kind of the person who like has been good the whole time?
Yep.
And like, hasn't she really been tracking with it? And Paul and Prue are just sort of like, I don't know. Which was such a weird, like, they were so divided on.
This
like,
is not the first time Noel actively lobbied against Laura, and I feel like I haven't really seen that happen. And he did it
doesn't like
again.
big girls.
There was, I think, the time that Lottie went out too. He came in
that's
and
right.
was like, "Yo, but you know how Laura's like a defeatist and she never gets any better. Like that. I'm not. We all know that,
She
right?"
doesn't. She's made like tasty but like visually unappealing desserts the entire season.
She was crying and talking about giving up before she started the technical. She didn't even start it.
oh.
Yeah.
Which also, do British people not have cornucopias in their lives because they don't have Thanksgiving?
Maybe not, because like
Overall,
all of them were like confused as to what it was. Yeah.
And
I
then
know-
all the shapes that they made at the end, all the different weird dicks, like they just all made dicks.
Okay.
It made sense that David's was the one that was like pointing right at Paul and stuff.
Yeah, very aggressive.
I mean, yeah, I feel like David doesn't have control over his shoulders, and it kind of makes me think.
Oh, he
that
made the
he doesn't have control over anything.
The reaching.
Yeah, it
antennae.
was crying out.
Snail eyeball.
It was a semi-erect boner, is what it was.
It was a dick.
You know-
Ryan's like, hey, is longer than it is wide.
The fucking so all right, who even knows about me? A Savarin is what, just like vanilla cake with vanilla cream that you soak in juice?
Oh, that stuff they had, yeah, it was like, yeah, it's like a sponge cake. Or no, it's supposed to be like bread. It's yeasted.
It's a really
The
weird.
rose. I never had anything. I mean, like I've had stuff like it, like tiramisu is kind of like that,
Right.
where it's like soaked in liqueur. So I think it's like something like that. It's
I
just too. I'm not that fancy with desserts, you know. I'm just like grab a pint of Ben and Jerry's kind of guy, you know. I don't need
Just a
nothing fancy.
natural, easygoing.
You know, keep on trucking, guys. Give me some Cherry Garcia and send me them away. Get out of here.
I feel like so many of these desserts are things that like they're working so hard on them, and then when you eat them, you're like, well, that's vanilla cake.
Yeah. Or I could have just gone to the bodega and got a sleeve of Oreos and like ate them all on the walk home.
Yo, I tried to price Star Crunch on Amazon, and it is pricey to get a box of Star Crunch.
Star Crunch, what is that?
You never had a Star Crunch?
Oh, the
That's not what I would go
clustered.
for if I was gonna.
Those are kind of they're like not good.
I believe you mean good. Is that what they are?
That's what I said. No, they're not.
I'd even get cosmic brownies over the Star Crunch.
Yeah, Star Crunch are the ones that are like chocolate colored but not flavored.
What?
I think it's
Aren't
like
they
a
like crisp rice, like stuck
Yeah.
together?
Yep.
Not
yep.
like a Rice Krispie treat, but with like caramel or something, and then there's like a film of chocolate on the outside.
Yes, you have described the astronomical body known as the Star Crunch.
Messier forgot one. There's a
Yeah,
new star
good.
in the sky.
Good job, Stephen Hawking. You've identified the properties of the Star Crunch.
Ryan, you should see if they have it on Boxed. You should check out Boxed.
Is that with?
I recently got into Boxed.
Are
Is that
they-
BOXD? It sounds like it's probably BOXD.
It's spelled like it really is spelled, which is
Boxed.
surprising.
It is surprising. Good for them.
But I got like 50 ounces of goldfish crackers for like, I don't know, it was like $10 or something.
Girl, go to Safeway.
I'm not going to the 25th Street Safeway during a plague. I'm sorry.
my
I'm not
store.
going to do that.
Yo, that's my store.
It's my store too when it's not having a plague.
Yo, that's my store.
Yo, they say the supermarket is the number one place to catch the plague.
Hang on.
Weak ass plague.
Star
Ain't
Crunch
nobody's
might be
eyeballs
available
bleeding.
in a human store,
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Star Crunch is readily available.
Star Crunches are all over the place.
Yeah.
They're
No,
at, like,
no.
You can get them anywhere.
Danielle or like the. You ever go to the?
I've been to Walgreens. I've been to 7-Eleven. I've looked at various places.
Have you been to?
They're rare. They're rare now.
Yeah, I
Those
7-Eleven
days,
and
the stores in
Walgreens
your
are like the last
neighborhood.
fucking places I would look for Star Crunch.
Yeah, you gotta go to.
have to go to a
two pretty decent
Just go to a fucking
bodegas.
grocery store, wear a mask, wash your hands, and go to a grocery store.
For Star Crunch, that's ridiculous.
They're safe.
You could buy
What's
other
ridiculous
food.
is buying groceries off the internet when you live in fucking Star Crunch
Well,
grocery store.
sometimes you get a good deal if you buy like an old crappy thing no one wants on the internet. Like I buy a lot of stuff on eBay.
Like goldfish
You're
crackers.
buying vintage
Ooh.
Star Crunch.
Some Steve 1989 shit.
This is some Steve 1989 shit.
What? What's that?
Have we not talked about Steve 1989 MRE review?
Oh, that guy. Yeah,
Oh.
yeah,
Info.
What's an MRE?
Briefly.
yeah. Meal ready to eat.
Oh,
Army
man
dehydrated rations.
He
I have
finds
a calorie mate.
vintage rations, extremely vintage, like World War II rations.
Yeah, like the K rations or whatever, where it was like a crazy like proto like Cliff Bar that they would give soldiers. It was like somewhere between pemmican and a Cliff Bar.
Yeah, and they'd like drop
Yeah.
it in like a tin can from an airplane, and it would have like cigarettes and hard candy to like keep your blood sugar.
Oh yeah, it would be like cigarettes, hard candy, like some speed. It's chocolate bar. It's like fuck
Yeah, it was
yes.
basically just a can of cigarettes and like a note that says like, "I'm really sorry about all this."
Yeah.
But this man finds vintage, extremely vintage MREs and fucking eats them.
I think he ate one from the 1890s one time.
He
It was like the
fucking
oldest one.
did. He did.
Yeah.
There was a powdered meat in there, and he opened it up, and he noted there was no hiss. Oh, also, this is a man who's given himself botulism 5 separate times.
What?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. Yo,
He's getting his
botulism
card
is-
punched at the emergency room.
Yeah, dude. Fucking botulism is not.
After the 4th time, he kept
Yeah.
going.
No, I wouldn't. I would have been like, botulism is not a joke.
He has like
No.
permanent tremors. You
Yeah,
can
he
see.
has
Yeah.
nerve damage.
All because he
like,
wants to eat ancient food,
Yeah.
Yes.
It's his passion.
ancient artificial food.
Ryan, this person is such a mutant. You're gonna love him. You have to.
Well,
love
I like internet mutants, but you never see him.
No, you fucking do. It's at
What?
the end. Yes.
If he's gonna smoke a cigarette,
Sometimes he tries
Oh.
to kill his
I'm not like I've watched that channel, but I don't like love it.
Oh,
It's definitely famous. Like it's not like weird or dramatic enough. I mean, it's weird, but it's not like it doesn't like put my stomach in knots.
Oh, I love it. I think it's the small human drama of watching him be such
Okay.
a fucking mutant. And then at the end, when he does show up, he's weirdly jacked. He shaves his arms. He is a ginger, and he slicks back his hair, and it's kind of long, so there's like a little flip at the back. And then he's always wearing some kind of like Christmas vacation T-shirt that is too small.
Because he has muscles.
Yeah.
he definitely works out.
But he's also definitely buying it a little small because he has muscles.
Okay.
It's just my favorite thing is that there are a lot of times where he will, because he knows good and well what the signs are that you shouldn't eat a thing. And sometimes he'll open up a thing, he'll talk about how gross it is, he'll talk about the fact that it doesn't have a hiss, he'll talk about the fact that like the packaging has been compromised, he'll talk about all of the warning signs, and then he'll say, but I just can't help myself.
Wait, but he
A little
eats
bit of it.
all of it too, right?
Usually it depends. I think the meat powder, he like ate a little bit and then he was like, whoa, oh, and talked about how gross it was. And then he did go back in for round 2. But I think he only
And I mean,
survived
as
one.
much as I kind of want to like be like, nah, it's like, that's me. Right there. Be like, oh my god, this is
Maybe
terrible. You
that's
gotta
why
try it.
it's not like dramatic and interesting to you is that you're like, this is exactly how I would respond to this exact situation.
Yeah, I think I like watching freaks on the internet do stuff that I would never do.
Yeah, it has to surpass your level.
Yeah.
I think that's probably standard for anybody watching any kind of
Yeah.
like,
I was thinking yesterday, I'm really like dialed in. Like I really like internet cringe.
I used to watch this dude who would eat weird stuff that you're not supposed to eat, and he'd do it really fast.
Like
And
what
he-
would he eat? Like books
Like-
and
like-
oh wait, shoe nice.
Yeah, shoe nice. He'd eat
Shoe
anything.
nice fucking kills. Dude.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
And he starts every
I've DM'd
video
with
by
him
saying, well, he always starts, it's so weird. He starts every video saying, so basically, and then he starts talking.
Yeah. He does like he'll drink like a bottle of soap or like glue.
Or like a whole, like, fifth of vodka or something.
Yeah, that's rough. But then he was like, that guy's like a head case, dude. Because like
Uh-huh.
he was like he's like addicted to like doing that shit, you know, and like because people like pay, but it's like how he supports himself because people just like Cash App and Venmo him money to like buy him bottles of liquor to chug
Yeah.
and to like live, and he'll just be like posted up in hotels.
Or people will send him, like, their craft line of alcohol or liquor, and,
Yeah,
you know,
to
for him
chug
to
as a
chug
promo.
on promo.
But I was watching one of it because he's got like so many videos. Like he's had like multiple channels over the years. But like there was one like he was like posting videos when he was in like a live-in like inpatient rehab for drinking, and like because he like smoked crack and shit too, like off and on.
He looks
And,
like a
but
John
he- but
Cena
it's like-
whose life went the wrong
Yeah, but he's
possible
like
path.
really open about it. He's like, yeah, man, brr." And but he was like in like another room, like hiding in the inpatient rehab, and like and someone mailed him a fifth of liquor and he chugged it.
That is real life drama.
That's some real life gnarly shit, dude. Yeah, pretty gnarly.
God
yeah, that guy
damn.
rules.
Why
Yeah, but
Leonard is
Nico
in
Avocado,
disbelief.
like I can watch a whole 15-minute video of his and like not be like forced to turn it off.
Oh,
It's so
you gotta
bad.
put that on your resume.
Yeah, yeah. I like to be tortured by internet freaks.
There's got to be a market for that, right?
It's just called being inside all year.
I guess that's the thing. It's hard for that to be a marketable skill since it's one that
We've
all
all,
of the
yeah,
US is
everyone is
cultivated.
cultivating.
It's like I've always liked weird shit, but since this coronavirus business, boy, have my standards plummeted.
or raised. I mean, it's like that
Yeah.
sort of thing where like each time, like you got to watch crazier and crazier porn.
Tell me about it.
Each
Right.
time.
Why do you think they call me
You watch
Wide
porn,
Leonard?
You start off with people like barely just rubbing a nipple, and you end up with like
I'm watching like ISIS beheading videos just to get off. No, that doesn't happen.
There it is.
no, you got me. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, except by ISIS beheading, he means sissy hypno.
No.
Hypno trainers.
ISIS beheading videos.
Hypno trainers are a step beyond ISIS.
Yeah, that shit is
You
fucking
think
tripped
that's
out. Y'all know about that?
What?
We're the only ones. Sissy hypno training videos?
But isn't it just audio?
No.
No.
Oh no.
No, they're videos on porn sites that are specifically targeted that turn into a cock-loving sissy.
Oh.
And they work. 100% effectiveness.
Wait, if it's a video, what part is the video? Is it just
Just search it later.
Dude.
Have a little fun time.
It's like a-
Mom
it's like
and
a-
Dad.
It's a thing that requires hours of editing to make, and the people that make them crank out tons of them. But they're like a very labor-intensive thing to make.
I'm so curious what the elements would be.
Well, we can't show them on here.
You should check it out. It is an art form.
Yeah. I've thought about that a lot, just like the hours and hours and hours of time that people have spent like fucking pro bono, pro boner,
Wouldn't it be on
like editing like fucking like porn videos.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's making money off of that.
No, I think I
No?
said pro boner.
Oh, so it's just
Hey,
fair
wow.
work, or I guess it is an art form then. If you're like, I'm just pursuing my passion.
No, it's pornography. It's not art.
Thanks, Justice.
I know it when I see it.
So I was thinking maybe I actually thought that Noel and Matt were great, and I thought that this episode was Noel's most luxury comedy, Mighty Boosh Noel-esque day by far. The little
He had
song.
his little song at the beginning.
Yeah. And there was quite a lot of silliness.
Through his voice, pretending he was in the cake tin.
Yeah. I really liked the part where he was talking about to Peter, and Peter wasn't really listening, and he was describing how hard his life... What was that whole bit about how hard his life was? And he was like, but I wouldn't change a bit of it. He was doing bits with no help.
Having to go to Narnia, and it takes
Oh,
3
yeah.
hours.
Yeah,
It takes
yeah,
3
yeah.
hours to get out of there, and
Yeah, that was...
Because he, like, washes Prue's hair and, like, walks her dogs.
And puts her husband's waistcoats in a pile.
Yeah.
That was great. He was just like going off all on his own with no help, filling the space with delightful, surreal imagery.
Yeah.
You know what? I think I was.
Thanks, Jordan, for picking up my slack. I'm all out.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, I'm taking a break for a few days.
Oh, it's so sad.
Nah, it's good. You know, you
Oh,
got
no, it is good.
You got to refill the well.
refill the well of being able to get like really stoned.
That's what refill the well means, motherfucker.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Word.
I think I missed a bunch of the jokes because I'm on Klonopin.
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking that this season, as they like twist the knife further and further with kicking off Hermine, my brain was saying, maybe this season was necessary to bring Noel and Matt together. Maybe that's the whole point of this season.
Oh.
Maybe they seem like they're buddying up. Maybe they'll do a project together after this in crazy ass costumes and shit, and it'll be awesome. Or maybe they'll do another season of Bake Off and they'll be like really tight. Like the stuff they're doing in this episode was most Mel and Sue like stuff since Mel and Sue left.
The main joke that I remember stuck with me because I thought it flopped, where they were like impersonating like, oh, bring Crüe a buttered crumpet, and then she says she doesn't like it because it's not worth the calories.
Yeah.
That did nothing for me.
I like hearing Noel say crumpet. I like that. I think that was just getting him to say crumpet was maybe the whole game.
I
there.
like how they had Hermine say apricot again.
Yeah, that was.
She did say it in a very exquisite manner.
Apricot.
Apricot. Yeah.
With a B.
Poor lady.
Food from this episode was remotely memorable.
Yeah.
Nope. I mean, Peter had a great week, and I guess Peter's the
I
one I'm
wanna
rooting
be-
for now.
Yeah, I mean, I've always liked Peter.
Dad is gonna have to be the winner.
He wants it. Oh, that freaking David, though, might sneak up on him. David
Yeah,
is...
but he has like no fucking appeal.
He doesn't, but that hasn't stopped anyone else from getting kicked off or having tons of
but
appeal, you know?
We're talking about how I want to like him.
I
wanna
wanted
like
to like any of them, but I was really struggling.
Yeah.
You want to like this? How about that?
Blink
size 13.
Man fucking did not shoulder waggle this episode at all.
Oh, there was a tiny
What?
repressed one at one point.
What
You
is
missed-
it?
There was one where he was like he had just just the tiniest bit.
Maybe somebody like from the crew was like, I'm sorry, dude, I have to tell you, you do this shoulder thing all the time, and it's like now in most of the show. Do you know that you're doing that? And that he got like weird and self-conscious and then has been like trying to stop it, or it's because he's like locking in for the kill, that like he's been doing it to sort of be like a fun guy, but now that he's like going in,
That would be cool if in the finale he's just a stone cold, not ticky, not like awkward killer who's been like,
what if he shows up and he's cool.
yeah, that would be good. I would like that to happen because otherwise you just got to root for Peter. Huh?
It would have to be he would look so stupid.
Yep.
Do you think though, to bring it back to the mess making and the vision board, the thing that I didn't say last week was that isn't like the psychological conditions that create the person who makes a big mess in the kitchen the same psychological conditions that sometimes make a person who does scat stuff in their free time?
I mean, I think that's taken a bit of a leap.
I mean, but
I'm
But
willing to go with you.
I think they're related. I think that they are branches from the same tree.
I do feel like just as a human being that like even if you're eating like you eat a little bit of a chocolate bar and like a little bit of it melts on your hands. I think like don't you have a moment where you're like, I should wipe this off, A, because there's shit all over my hands, but B, because it could look like a turd.
No.
You never do that?
If I'm like in a group of people or something like that, and it would be like uncool for me to lick chocolate off my hands, I'll wipe it on something. But 100% of the time, if I'm not like, I don't know, like trying to get laid or something, I'm gonna lick the fucking chocolate off of my hands. Even then, I don't know.
But they're not doing that on TV.
Wait, hang on. So I've misspoken.
I probably wouldn't do it on TV, and if I was on TV, I'd be fucking real neat and tidy and be trying to impress the whole world.
But the thing, I'm not saying that you wouldn't lick it off of your hands. I'm saying in
girl, I would. I'll get down to 30.
You would remove it. You wouldn't just leave it on there.
Oh yeah, no. That's gnarly weird.
Wipe it off. You wash your hands. You wouldn't just walk around with it on there.
Or if there's like a blob of it on your forearm or something like that. Like, oh,
yeah, like you would get it off of you in some way. I don't care about the method, but you get it off of you in some way for two reasons. One, because it's sticky shit on your body, and two, because it could look like a turd.
I'm having like waves of memories come back to me about this guy I worked with years and years and years ago in the kitchen, and it's kind of a crazy backstory.
Well,
but I'll just
did he put saran wrap on his face?
That much, so.
Is he a saran wrap face guy?
Like this crazy big fat guy with like. He's like one of those guys that had like no neck. It went from like his ear to his shoulder. Nice. You know? Like kind of like, it's like, were you jacked at one point or do you have some sort of like skeletal anomaly? Anyway, he had just gotten out
like
of
that
jail.
Motherfucker on Legion.
So he was like, he used to work at this bar in Salisbury that was a front for like a coke trafficking operation, like coke and heroin trafficking operation, and he was the cook, like the short order cook in the kitchen, and like everybody would buy drugs from him. We were just like, oh yeah, he's the cook at this bar, not just like one arm of this crime organization. And he was like really not like tied into it. He got out. He did like maybe like 2 or 3 years. Got out and started working at the place I worked at. Anyway. His sinuses were like permanently jacked, so he would have like boogers and stuff coming out of like the corners of his eyes.
Oh no!
Oh yeah! But that
I did not expect this story to take that turn.
Oh wait! You know what his name was? Blotto.
Blotto.
Everybody called him Blotto.
Is that from a movie?
Isn't
that from Animal House?
No, that's Bluto.
I think Bluto's from Popeye.
Yeah. But yeah, Blotto. But yeah, he would get like food, like we'd be cooking on the line, and he'd have like little bits of food like stuck to him, and like we all like everybody else in the kitchen was like, "Yo, have you ever noticed?" And Blotto's got like a half a French fry like stuck behind his ear.
I can't. I really super can't.
It was gnarly, and yeah, but like I was saying, and also like he was like a mouth. His like shit was just like jacked because he was like such a heavy drug user for so long. He was always like breathe that out and talk like that, you know. he was a mess.
So, but
wonder whatever became of him.
I believe that the issue was about scatological recreations.
Oh, right.
And the origin of them, and how they really have a lot in common with the same. But it's the same. It's like it's about like a limit. Like someone's just their limit for what's a big mess and what's like a lot of fun.
I think people that do the shit, it's like they want it because it's the worst thing you can do, and it's not like being a mess in the kitchen. Being a mess in the kitchen is just like being a slob. I think people that are in the shit are really neat and clean and fastidious in their everyday life and do that because it's the exact opposite of that. Ooh. Like a lot of people in the Weimar Republic that were part of the like Nazi party, like the what were they called? All the guys that got killed, the gay ones and stuff like the degenerate Nazis.
Are you talking about Sallow?
No, but there was definitely like a lot of shit like that going down in Weimar, Germany.
Oh, wait. What was going on?
Fucking like live shit shows on stage.
I think you're talking about that movie Sallow.
That too. Well, I mean, like that's like fucking art reflects life, pal. And what, they couldn't have just made that shit up.
I believe Freud would have my back.
Even if, is there a way that you could be accidentally into scat?
No.
Because the vibe that I get from her is that it's like, maybe she's not seeking it out, but if it happens, it's not going to stress her out.
Yo, the first time I ever heard about people doing that was like in high school, this girl, Lucy, who moved here from Hong Kong. She's a very normal person. Not a person who would have more contact with scat than anyone else. But she had a coworker at some high school job she had, wherever it was. I think it was like a film developing place or something. And this coworker talked about her and her boyfriend and some stuff they did, and was kind of like, bringing this kind of stuff up, I think, in a way of like, thinking other people do this kind of thing too. That's wild and out there, but it's on it's the same continuum as everyone else. But of course, Lucy turns around and tells everyone she knows about this insane shit that her coworkers are talking about.
Good, she did the right thing.
Yeah, and so I got to learn. When I guess I must have been like a junior or sophomore or something, I learned that people in our community were taking saran wrap and they put it on their face, and maybe like 2-3 layers, no more. And then the other person, boom, deuce onto the face.
That kind of sounds like a story.
No, this is true. Happened in the community. Also, apparently glass tables were like the fanciest, high-class bottle service version you might,
I've heard of that.
You get like a hotel room with a glass table.
Saran wrap, I have 2 questions. One would be, how does breathing happen? And 2 would be, why fucking bother?
That's what I was saying.
If you're into it, then like, why do you feel the need to protect? And also, like, why this but not the rest?
They'll get there. I think they'll get there.
Well, you don't want to get shit in your eye.
Yeah, that could be a thing too.
That's pink eye, like automatic.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to get
like my TV show idea about 4 gay guys who never wash their hands. It's called Pink Eye for the Gay Guy.
It's pretty good because you could have all different kinds of storylines. They still work as long as the guys don't wash their hands.
Yeah, well, like
they could like solve a mystery, then they could like go to the hospital.
Pink eye for anybody.
Yeah, how'd you? Well, I've known quite a like.
Like if we're trying to diversify the portfolio a little bit, anybody who doesn't wash their hands, eventually.
But anybody's not in. Who's in right now? The gay guys. Cha-ching! Rack them up. Get that money.
Because of the show?
Yeah. Yo,
that's my pitch. You want to pick it up?
As far as British TV that is doing a good job this year, The Crown season, whatever it is, season 4. Holy shit.
I've been watching it too.
It's so amazing this season. Last season was fucking boring as hell, except for like the Charles episode and the Lyndon Johnson episode. But then this year is just it's so good.
What is this Crown you speak of?
Yo, it's the true story of the British royal family, motherfucker. Get on the train.
Is it a documentary series?
Hell no.
Oh no.
Based on real shit, and it's
Are they
actually
shitting on each other?
so clear that the 2 villains are Margaret Thatcher and Prince Charles are like villains.
Oh man, Margaret Thatcher is incredible. I cannot see.
She was the first woman prime minister.
I cannot see Gillian Anderson. I have to consciously remind myself that that's who that is. She is like gone, disappeared.
Wait, Gillian Anderson plays Margaret.
Oh my God, she becomes Margaret Thatcher.
Whoa, hey kitty cat.
It's great.
It's
Gillian Anderson?
It's crazy. The voice, the like posture, the old decrepit face she has on. It's magical.
And then when she's not doing it, she's still very hot.
I don't even.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah.
I don't even want to see her until the show's over. The spell is just perfect right now.
I have not watched any of it before, but I have a huge girl crush on the girl that plays Princess Diana outside of Princess Diana drag. I love her.
She's gonna be, I feel like, famous forever because this is like we met her the first time the same way that Charles meets her in the show, and it's like so that scene was, is like absolutely tailor made for you to fall in love with this free spirited young lady. Like that was the way most people were introduced to this woman. I feel like she's gonna be famous forever.
Are you talking about Princess Di?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Haircut is a little like Princess Di.
Well,
Tell
her the good news then.
Pretty crazy that she died with a
Yeah.
name like that.
Yeah, it is really.
It is especially crazy because Diana means the moon, and I kind of feel like maybe the killing of Princess Di had some occult, significations similar to the Jack the Ripper killings that happened in England.
What about the John F. Kennedy killings?
I think the John F. Kennedy killing's about the sun, but I think that the Jack the
Yeah, well,
Ripper and Princess Di is about the moon.
I mean, I guess if you think about it, if Jack the Ripper had a car, wouldn't he just be crashing it into the hot, young, available women?
It's a lot. Yes, the women is the important thing. The destruction of.
Although that would be sad, the idea of somebody who's a car murderer is very funny. Of them just being like, there they are, just like slamming it, smashing them, just like getting out of the car.
I feel like that's been a movie.
Right?
Transformer.
But the car always does it itself, like Christine or like Maximum Overdrive.
Who's just constantly jumping in a car, driving it into a person, jumping out of that car, jumping into another car, just on a loop.
Yeah.
Into different people.
That's what I
don't
did.
care about people trying to solve it. I just want to watch that happen.
Bloodthirsty.
No, I don't. It doesn't. In my mind, there is no blood. It's just like the person falls over, and then it's really all about the funny. It's always making that boop, 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 little cartoon noise of him slipping in and out of the different cars.
I mean, it's basically the video game Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
But there's other shit
That's
happening.
that's what the movie version of Grand Theft Auto will be.
Oh, they're making a movie of that?
I'm amazed they have.
Let's make a movie of it.
They
Let's
need to
make
make the Hungry Hippos movie first.
Let's make a Grand Theft Auto movie.
They'll probably do that too.
Let's
Yeah,
make a
Hungry
Grand Theft
Hippos.
Auto movie and only cast autistic people.
Yes.
Why?
Because today the big thing in the news was Sia is getting rammed up the bee for making a movie where an actress who's not autistic plays an autistic character. Twitter was going wild.
Her name is Music. And she just smiles a lot.
Is it
Wait, you can see her face?
Mm-hmm. And her
Yeah,
face
but-
is a lot of things.
Wait, Sia?
Yeah, the one whose face was hidden.
Oh, no.
previously.
It's the girl, the dance girl from Dance Moms is the one.
Oh, I don't
No.
know who that is.
Yes, you do. It's
Oh,
the
wait,
girl.
she's making a movie with the Dance Moms child?
Yes.
Dance? Ooh, Honey Boo
Hate
Boo?
it.
Honey Boo Boo. That would be
All I
sick.
know is Honey Boo Boo, charge my phone, eat hot chips, and lie.
Did y'all ever watch Dance Moms?
I've watched
No.
a bunch of episodes.
I watched the one where they get the storage lockers and they bid on them. I seen that
No,
one.
I watch a lot of
You
child
watched that episode?
so much. I love how they
That episode.
I love Dance Moms. It's so crazy. She just scream like everyone's so angry.
You can't
and
dance
screaming
without some of
the entire
these.
time.
You haven't.
to do a
Yeah.
different thing.
Yeah, you can't
Right.
dance without one of them.
Okay.
Two of them.
Cracking yourself up over there with your own toes.
Could have been doing this live stream from bed the whole time.
Oh, God.
This definitely makes it Cowbake Crüe after dark.
Oh yeah, what, me and Klein?
I've got scat porn for like 15 solid minutes.
Yo, also, I would like to formally laugh in y'all faces for not figuring out the secret of the Munchkin.
I don't get it.
Tell us.
All that it took was the tiniest, most obvious effort to figure out what the secret of the Munchkin was. And no,
Munchkin of London. I didn't know there was a secret to be found out.
I sent many annoying texts and DMs about the Munchkin of London and his
No,
secret.
all you said was, you texted me and said,
Yes,
did you figure out the Munchkin secret? Which was the first time I knew he had a secret.
Well,
and
okay, so what would step one be if there was an
go back
important
and
secret?
watch the whole fucking 2-hour live stream.
I think
I don't
in
have
that
the
one,
luxury
he
of time.
explicitly said none of us are ever going to watch this.
Can you share the screen and play a little bit from the second video of last time? Just enough, just to see, just to see.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Absolutely not.
Just tell us.
No,
It's a bad joke, Ryan.
it's not.
It's such a bad joke. You need fucking visual aids, you carrot top ass bitch.
This is just like not every joke works the same way. You can't just like.
Every joke works.
Yeah, and this one works too. In fact, right now, our one concurrent viewer is enjoying Wide Leonard
Yo, I
in
forgot
a way.
to look at the chat.
Oh yeah.
In a
Viewer,
way.
did you
Yo,
fucking
what's up in the chat?
Or do you want it to stop? Can we get the viewer on the call?
All right, you're making Wide Leonard have to get even wider.
What's the deal, Ryan?
The
Why don't you
widest
tell
of
us-
Leonards.
Why don't you just tell us?
I mean, it's because it's not really something you can explain.
I think what I think
Why
is
don't you just tell us?
you don't know the secret yet, and you are buying time and trying to
Hell yeah, this
That's
guy's
ridiculous.
watch. His name is John Retard. That's what's up, dude.
Oh, the viewer?
I think
John. Yeah.
he
I
maybe
think he's got a great screen name.
commented on our last one. Somebody,
Yeah.
I've seen that guy has commented on
Oh,
it.
it's Johan Retard.
Oh,
Even better. Classing it up a notch, pal.
Why don't you
Alright.
Why don't you ask Mr. Retard to describe Wide Leonard? What makes him wide?
does each one have to have a secret? Why do we have to have these like fucking check for comprehension moments in the joke?
Because you have failed in your
No!
your mission to
Alright, I'm looking it up last week's on the fucking. Alright, I see
look
it.
up.
Why
You have to
not?
look up the second video because it was after this. The Munchkin came
Oh,
in.
dude.
What?
Ryan,
What?
bro.
What?
I ain't never seen two pretty best friends. Oh, one of them gotta be ugly.
Jeffrey Tubin.
Is that the thing? Is that you were masturbating the whole time in an homage to Jeffrey Tubin and we didn't see it?
What would if you had to describe a Munchkin, what would you say are like some core Munchkin qualities?
Lack of height.
Okay, yeah, those are both good, but like, what's number 3?
They represent the Lollipop League.
Yeah, keep going with that. Follow that thought. Follow.
They're at the beginning of the Yellow Brick Road.
Go back for the other way you were going.
Fictional.
No, not that far.
With the Lollipop.
Like, say I'm trying to make an archetypal Munchkin. I've got fictional, I've got short. What is the other thing I need? How do we have the Lollipop Guild song? How do we make it? How do we make people know it's the song of the Lollipop Guild?
By singing it.
Oh my fucking god!
What?
No, this is not our fault. This is your fault. You.
I don't know, man.
They have high, squeaky voices. Munchkins have squeaky voices.
Not necessarily, motherfucker.
A Munchkin has a squeaky voice. That is a law of the fantastical universe.
The fantastical universe.
Yeah, you're telling me that there's a wide variety of Munchkin voices out there?
I don't know. Alright, so Munchkins, I guess, like, as a specific fantastic creature only found in the land of in Oz, but in Munchkin as like a general term for all things great and small, the voices vary.
Yeah.
I
don't know if
disagree.
could-
I think that Munchkins have high-pitched voices.
I mean, I guess like on the average, they're probably a
Because
shade or
if
two
you
high.
got a smaller lung and a smaller chest cavity, it's gonna
Okay,
be
you
higher.
were being squeaky last week though.
That's not.
Oh, really?
You're speaking.
Oh, really?
Is the Munchkins, if the thing is that your voice is just your voice as opposed to a different voice, and that's the thing's secret, then I'm gonna drive to your house, fucking elbow drop you through a table.
I was about to say earlier, I was like, Ryan, stop! I know where you live.
You guys don't have. I can't believe it.
So
I've walked
just
I've walked the horse to the fucking river, and the horse has no idea how to stop being thirsty.
I don't think this is the horse's fault.
No.
Let's watch this. Look.
It's true because horses are not smart. We need to know that about them before we try to saddle them with a great responsibility.
We can't keep talking to him about this, y'all. This is
I want to know.
If you want to know, you just gotta fire up that
I
video for like
don't.
1 second.
I don't want to know.
You just gotta fire it up for like 1 second, and
I
you'll
do,
see.
but I don't feel like looking for it right now. I just want to be told. Just like give it to me.
But there won't be any. You won't get any pleasure from just being told.
Oh yeah, more
Getting
cat
any
action.
pleasure
No.
from this regardless.
I'm having my pleasure removed from me.
Oh, look at that.
That's adorable.
Turbo.
Yeah.
Cute.
Mm.
I'm getting even wider. I'm almost at maximum wideness.
Hold on. All right, so we got video 1.
No, not number 1, because it only you gotta find. There was a point where I transitioned into Munchkinism.
Cowbake Crüe 19.
Did you mess with the aspect ratio of your camera?
How would that make my?
I don't know.
No,
You're talking about
no,
getting
I-
wider.
That's
Oh,
for
wait,
now.
it is in this. You said it's the second video.
I mean, there's more Munchkin content in the second video by far, because the Munchkin didn't appear until like a little ways in the first.
God, I'm so
It's-
pissed. I'm doing it.
It's only. I mean, this.
Why are you?
It's only because you resisted that it required any effort. If the first step had been taken,
What do I gotta say? I don't get it. Your joke's too smart for me because I'm dumb. Ryan, you win.
All right.
You outsmarted all
Wow.
of
If we say
Right.
you win, we couldn't figure it
You're
out.
smarter than 4 people put together.
I don't want to be smarter. I want to give you the pleasure
Oh, yeah,
of
it's
seeing
okay.
that video and realizing I tricked you in a funny way.
I fucking hate you. Let's.
I don't know what anyone's talking about. I sincerely.
Never.
Neither does Joe Henry. Retard. He logged off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Our only customer. Look.
Yeah. Good.
I'm
You're,
looking at it
you're,
right now. Yeah, good
you're
job.
running people off, Ryan.
Yeah, you're scaring the hose.
To be fair,
You are scaring the hose. Okay. Look.
Again, it's all due to your insane resistance.
I don't see any Munchkin.
Well, why do you? But we just spoke about the fucking voices. Why would you be looking? Why would you use your eyes? Why wouldn't you use your ears?
Oh, you put a voice filter on it that you can only hear in the stream. I guess.
Oh.
Got a helium voice.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually really funny and cool.
Oh, do you have a deep voice this week?
not. We've had multiple conversations about how none of us are ever going to go back and watch these.
I know
Yeah.
that,
If
and
we're about not doing it, then we would spend more time doing that than it would to watch it. And
Yeah.
I would rather spend the more time explaining why I would never want to watch it.
I wouldn't watch the
Find out
whole
the
thing.
secret, then I would rather take more of my life explaining why I'll never know the secret and why I'm okay with it
Yeah.
than I would to just
Well,
watch
I
the
figured it
thing.
out. I didn't have to watch the whole thing. But it definitely wasn't a very good secret.
if you didn't like walk all the way there with fucking pee and poop in your pants, like you would have had a really great time when you saw the voice. Like you would have been like, oh, haha, I was tricked.
You just said, oh,
I was
I
tricked.
did a thing to my voice in the stream. I would have been like, oh, okay.
And it was secret. This is all of the elements of a fun surprise.
So are you doing
was
something
revealed.
dumb to yourself in this stream also?
Yeah, I absolutely am.
So I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it, huh?
No, I know you never will. So these are just
Actually,
for me and
I-
God.
I like remember I was saying I like really dumb, cringy stuff on the internet.
Guess what?
Guess what, bitch?
We're there.
Yeah, sometimes I'll go back and be like, what was that joke? What did
Yeah,
he say?
you go back and watch them?
But I'm not gonna watch the whole thing. I'll be like, click through to find a specific thing.
Well, next time I want to bring joy into anyone's life, I'll just remember not
Yeah.
to.
Sounds good.
You could bring some like Star Crunch.
Oh, you're also slightly messing with your voice in this one.
I've gotten wider and wider the more my heart has fallen into
Well, that
despair.
was why.
I think you know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore.
Nope.
I mean, the Munchkin, his voice goes high because he's small. Wide Leonard, his voice goes low because he's wide.
Hell yeah, I know.
Sure. And that explanation was better than all of the other shit.
I mean, it is the best when you hear it in the low voice of Wide Leonard,
Our
as
fault.
Johann Retard was possibly once hearing.
You just pulled it up.
You guys are like the most uncooperative people in the universe.
You knew that. You already
true.
knew.
I thought that maybe like the minimum effort might have like been a possibility of just, oh, there's a thing. Ryan said there's a thing. Maybe
Filter.
I'll
I
just
don't know, man. If you bring better material to the table, maybe you'll get better cooperation.
Oh yeah, Johann Retard said, as a first-time viewer, this Munchkin riddle section is pretty esoteric.
That's what. But that's
and
what
then
this.
said, massive reveal. Ah, yes.
See, that's why people come to this YouTube channel, is because of the occult contents on the other programs.
Yeah. I'm sorry to everybody that I've drawn to this channel thinking that there's going to be like smarter, interesting content on it.
Well, okay, to be
Well,
fair,
you got the wolf
we've
pack.
never had smarter, interesting content. We've just always talked about like turds and shit this whole time.
Wrestlers.
Man, shit.
Yeah.
It was
Wrestling.
an apostrophe shit.
And, well, Bake Off is important.
Very important. We talk a lot about it, and we get into really
Yeah.
important details, and we unravel important secrets too.
Mm-hmm.
We do.
What are we
Yes.
gonna? Are we
Speak
gonna
on
watch
that,
something
Queen.
else after Bake Off?
Speak on that.
We're gonna watch what?
Are we gonna watch something else after Bake Off?
Man, I wish they would make a
Sissy
new
Hypno
fucking Terrace
videos.
House.
Guess we
Huh?
have to watch Sissy Hypno video.
Yeah.
They need to make another Terrace House. I don't know why they're fucking around. And they need to bring
I
Takumi
have
back.
not watched an entire series yet. I've watched like most of like 2 of them.
We didn't even finish
Yeah.
Opening new doors or whatever.
Yeah.
And we loved it. It was just
I got burned out on it.
I can't
it's
remember.
so,
if the end
it's
was
so
very
much of it.
interesting.
It goes on for so long, and you lose the people that you like the most.
It
Did
started
you-
out really strong.
Did
and then
no
it's
one?
like, people
No-
stay too long.
Did none of you watch Hawaii?
I watched some of that.
Did
Most of that actually.
Did you guys not watch
No way.
the Tokyo?
No, I
Boys and
haven't
Girls?
watched much of Hawaii. I watched almost all of the one up north. Is that Opening New Doors?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the newest one I watched. Oh, I watched that up until like they were like waiting to put new episodes out or something like that.
Um.
I guess they
But,
take
like somebody on there killed themselves and the wrestler kill herself.
She did.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that sucks.
Iconic Kimura.
apparently, bullying by viewers of the show had a big part to do with it, according to the press.
And
Damn.
Yeah, she was
What are you
cool.
doing? It's making me upset.
You're holding like a mirror up to your
Oh,
lens.
cool.
It was a magnifying glass with a light on it.
You know, cyberbullying
I
is
have
whack.
I have some Terrace House gossip I picked up from Reddit, which is that Sean from Opening New Doors got caught in Japan with weed.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And his entire life is probably ruined, right?
Yeah.
yeah, that's a
not
big fucking deal there.
A big no-no.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
sad.
So what, does he have to go to prison forever?
He'll probably have to go to prison.
He might get blacklisted.
He might not be able to work there anymore.
Yeah.
But I mean, he is
A
just
citizen,
speaking
right?
English. He could just come to America, I guess.
Yeah,
Wasn't he
the whole thing with
Canadian? Was he half Canadian?
He's half American.
Oh, okay.
But there was like one brief moment where you heard him speak English and his voice was really weird.
And it was just because you were just used to
Him speaking
speaking
Japanese all the time.
Japanese all
Yeah,
the time.
but
Right.
Remember when he zoomed in on Mayu's boobs?
Yeah, and he kind of like made it really wide and then let go to try to make it seem like they were bouncing.
Yeah.
And he
that's
like
awesome.
he kind of made a noise. He went boom boom or something like that. I remember this very clearly because I was shocked because he was having such an innocent, nice love with the Tsubasa, and then he was like getting really excited about this girl's boobs. Come on, like who doesn't? You know?
Yeah.
If I was Mayu, I would have felt kind of cool.
She wanted him bad. If I
Yeah,
remember.
nobody wanted to mess with Mayu. She must have been so
wait,
crazy.
She was the wound up wine mom, right?
right?
No. That's
Came on
Sana.
with everybody.
Yeah,
Dana, that's right.
really like
Who is Maya?
Dana.
Oh wait, she was the model.
Yeah,
swimsuit model.
Oh, yeah,
and
she
nobody
was.
wanted to be her boyfriend until she
was
just
on
left.
some kind of psycho shit, wasn't she?
Yes.
She had a lot of things where people would be like, "It's nice to meet you," and she would be like, "It would be funny if we got married, wouldn't it?"
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's a lie.
She kind of had like a "I'm gonna kill your pets" vibe.
Yeah, it was like a little bit,
Yeah.
especially since everybody else on that show, even like the most slutty and flirty people were still like very chill and like took it very easy. She was the only person to be like, I don't know, just like, do you want to be my boyfriend? Like immediately after meeting people.
Oh
Yeah, and she went like to 4 dudes, and they were all like, no. And then she left, and she's like, I learned a lot about myself.
I think the big thing was that she got really into one dude and he got freaked out. I think it was like she was into Sean and Sean was like, I'm not into it. And she was like, that's fine. And immediately moved on to another guy. And he was like, I'm not into it. She was like, that's fine. And so then everybody else was like, you don't have like a prep, like it doesn't matter which are you just like going for like anybody who lives here right now. So I don't know. I think that was part of it, was that like she didn't seem discerning.
Yeah.
I think
feel that.
she made Taka specifically deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Oh, the snowboarder.
Yeah,
Well,
old man
Big
Taka.
old fucking disappointment.
He was there's like every season there's a dude like that who like
He's a
could have
nice
been
guy and everything
could have
like
been
that.
tough.
It's just like, yeah, he could
Oh,
have been
but-
a contender, dude.
he's married now.
Oh, that's good.
Well,
The
good for
girl,
him.
there's like at the end of the show, or like before he leaves, I think someone's expecting to be his girlfriend or something, and he's like, I can't, I just love somebody else or something.
Oh,
I
yeah.
think I did watch that far. That's right.
Cause he
And
stayed
then-
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really
Or
like-
maybe there wasn't someone who liked him, and he was just like, you know what, I realized, but now he's married to that person apparently.
Oh, that's nice.
Well, good for him. I guess he was doing it right.
And
He
he's
did
actually
shave
like
his
a
mustache.
farmer, right? That was his dad's
Oh,
thing,
that
is that he had a
was
farm or something. He was
Yeah.
a farmer with his wife.
Hmm.
That was the thing with him, was that like he was hot and seemed chill, and then he got really into that horrible girl That
Yeah.
terrible.
And she was like 17 or 20 or something.
Yeah, who was like,
Yeah.
she was like
She
a
was way too
baby,
young.
and she was also like
Awful.
awful.
She was real bad.
Yeah. And like shockingly, where at first you're like, oh, she seems like sort of a bitch or whatever, but in a way that like, I don't know, maybe some people are bitches. And then towards the end, it was like, oh no, she's like
miserable.
yo, she was a
She was
person who
terrible.
was like, I don't know. I feel like she, I don't know, would do murder.
She would get someone else to do it for her.
She would, but I think she would be interested in a like. I would kill somebody like just to see how it feels.
She could do it with
You heard it here
antifreeze.
first. You heard it here first, folks.
That I would do murder just to see how it feels.
Yeah,
Yeah, let's take that one out of context.
Yeah.
that's right.
Maybe a-
Mercury Theater Television canceled.
Madison says she'll do murder for sport.
Yeah, salacious thrill kill streaming friends.
Real kill streaming friends.
We should start advertising that there is a real death on every one of our streams.
Yeah.
Why not?
A real death.
No one can stop us, and also they can't punish us.
The fucking shows that you've been reviewing always does, because every time now they have Cop Wife on being a big fucking mess bitch, doing all kinds of crazy shit, squishing up her cakes in her hands, dropping them all over the floor, and each time you think, cool, we're gonna watch somebody really fucking fail in a big, horrifying, flaming way, and then they're like, I don't know, it tastes fine. Like, oh, is that chocolate? Fine.
That's just she brings
It's so
brought her
weird.
own snacks.
It's Rowan all over again.
Like a crinkled, kind of like slightly matte plastic bag full of like
Star
goldfish.
Crunch.
What if her cop husband has got all of the bobbies in London harassing, like giving tickets and stuff to Prue and Paul and Noel, and like really, utilizing their powers for bad. And so the only way that they can end this reign of terror is to let Laura win.
Fucking win. If she wins, I'm gonna believe
No
that
way.
that's what it is. If she wins,
It's not gonna win.
They're,
It's gonna
what,
be
they're
between
putting
the
their
two
cars in
boys.
the parking deck of this hotel that they're all living in.
Yeah, I mean-
Whatever it is, I think that I think there might be
It's a country
some.
estate.
I think that it's rigged. That's what I'm saying. It's not.
I fully believe.
Our election
They need
here
they
is
need
not
a
the only one
recount.
that's rigged.
You need a cake count, a recount with the cakes. Like taste that
I-
shit again.
How much I feel like the majority of her wardrobe that she's not wearing on this show is like shirts that say like after this we're getting pizza, and then socks that say on the bottom like if you can read this bring wine. Like I feel like
What
all-
font is it that makes that voice?
Versus
it's like that real
A
loopy,
curly cute.
the feminine
Okay.
what you make like a bridesmaid bachelorette party like last night of freedom and, but like a cute Pinteresty
some
one.
live, laugh, love shit.
Yeah, it's a very live laugh love car decal font.
Which really is a great motto. If you think about it.
I'm always so
I
interested
mean, I love my life, living.
laughing.
I like loving, and
You like laughs as long as they're really easy. They don't require you to like go back and watch the video, like even for like 5 seconds again.
Well, yeah, but it's
It
really
wasn't it.
well if that fitted on the decal.
So laughing, we'll put laughing. We'll give you laughing, even though we know it's kind of like you're kind of into laughing.
Brian, you didn't even make a joke. You just did a thing, and you were like, "Did you listen to it?" And you didn't even say listen to it. I'm so mad.
I think it's funny.
Like,
Oh. Oh.
I
from
think
underneath my blankets.
history will prove me right with this one.
History will bury you. underneath a bunch of blankets.
I'm gonna get shot by a cop, and it's gonna start like the Civil War that really fixes things in this country, and then people are gonna go back. They're gonna look at the Munchkin of London and Wide Leonard, my final contributions for my death.
I'm glad that cop shot that dude.
Like, thanks fucking God.
Yeah,
Not
thanks
only
God.
did it reveal all these structural inequalities in our country, it shut him the fuck up.
That's what they'll say.
What do y'all think they're gonna do in this final? Because now it's a final.
They're gonna make some dessert for fucking old people.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that's what they're gonna make food that never sounded good to begin with, but now made by people that have no idea what they're doing.
I don't know. I would eat any and all of this stuff.
But you're gonna know that like none of it is going to be amazing.
You did just talk about how you would also probably eat 200-year-old rations.
What about 200-year-old radishes?
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
Why not?
Yeah.
I mean, I think there's probably some of it that's like good, but probably none of it is like great.
I don't
And
know.
I bet some of it is bad.
Peter has often been complimented on his flavors.
Yeah, same thing with fucking Winnie the fucking Pooh.
Oh yeah, I guess they.
Yeah, hers always taste good, but they're just look a mess.
Yeah, but they look a right mess. They look a proper mess.
Said it finally, because all of them are capable of doing things where it's like, you know what? This is fine. That does which like for the most part, like of course it's fucking fine. It's a bunch of sugar and butter. Like, you gotta fuck it up pretty hard for it to not be pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, like, I feel like she's just pumping it full of, like, stuff
Nicotine.
she's just like, oh, I'll add a little more butter and a little more sugar than I really am supposed to, you know? And then they're like, oh, this is great, because it just tastes good.
You
British.
think she puts nicotine in it?
Or it's cocaine, or it's cocaine that her husband has confiscated.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
just getting them addicted to it.
She's got that evidence locker cocaine that she's put
Yeah.
in every dish.
That is a very. I like that. That's.
I don't know. That would affect the flavor too much because it'd make your mouth go numb. Just saying.
I mean, maybe.
That's why everyone goes after her, doesn't do very well.
Yeah, like the
That's
quarantine.
That's positive. Everyone else.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Also, maybe they know that it's cocaine and they're so excited to be able to have cocaine because they can't get it through like the producers, so that they're just like, yeah, it tastes great, tastes good. Keep,
Yeah, that's
you know,
what
it's
the
like
production assistant's for.
keep doing what you're doing.
PAs get you drugs.
Yeah, but it's there's a situation now. It might be more difficult.
Oh, because of COVID?
Yeah, because of COVID. That was what I meant when I said a situation.
Right.
I wasn't talking about Brexit, Mom.
Yeah. Shit. I don't know if that would make it easier or harder, Brexit. Because to get cocaine in Europe, they fucking go through Africa. Did you know that? A lot
I mean,
of
that
time.
makes sense since it's.
It has to be grown in tropical climes, right?
Well, they don't grow it in Africa. It's still made in South America, but it's like that's like its first stop a lot of times. I don't think you can get it. It's not as widespread. People over there do like. Seems like they have like a whole different speed game going on. And this is the part of the show where we talk about drugs.
Yeah, we always have one.
Yeah, I've always noticed like reading stuff, hearing stuff about like Britain and Europe. They definitely have like a different speed game. Like you can just get a bag of speed and it's not like crystal meth. It's like something else. I don't know. Maybe you get Adderall pills more often.
Huh.
But I don't know. People like speed over there. And then I watched a documentary about Oasis, and the first time they came to America, they got a bag. They thought they were buying cocaine, but it was crystal meth. And they called it, and it was like, they were like, it was like crazy. We had never done any speed like this before. And they were up for like 2 or 3 days before they played their first show in the States, and it was a disaster. But they called it ninja speed. And they were like, it was like Blade Ninja speed.
What a band of idiots.
They really were. Definitely was like went through a phase a few months ago, really liking Oasis, and then I put just pretty much like the one album, What's the Story, Morning Glory,
Right.
and I listened to it like every day, like 4 or 5 times for like a week or two.
Ugh.
And then it's okay, but then I put it
just
put it
can't
on the other day,
tell.
and I was like, whoa, these are songs written by knuckleheads. Like they're just dumb.
Oh, yeah.
They're not bad songs, but they're just like, "Hi mate, this is a good song that I wrote with my guitar."
No, it's like
I'm
every
bad
story
with
about
my brother.
like every story about Liam Gallagher is him being a drunk asshole idiot. And that's like
Yeah.
every single story. And Noel is just like a grumpy asshole who's like maybe slightly smarter.
Yeah, he was definitely smarter, and he was a talent. But they're also, I give them props because they were like dirt poor fucking kids that grew up in like a terrible abusive home and like housing projects.
And they grow up to become rich, abusive people with more money than sense that they know what to do with,
Breaking that cycle.
inflicting their horrible personalities on millions.
In the world, I don't know. I got a soft spot in my heart. For 'em.
I,
But yeah, it's just like you
they're
put it on.
very
It's like
good.
just listen to the Stone Roses.
Yeah,
You'd be way better off. They have all the better songs. But I mean, like but removed from all its like cultural trappings, like Wonderwall, fucking like that song rips ass. I don't give a fuck. It's a great song.
I hate Liam Gallagher's voice, and listen, it's so grating, and I just can't do it.
You really hate many British accents.
British
There
accents,
are many British accents you can't handle.
they do drive me into a rage.
Yo, I think that Peter sounds a little bit like Gareth Keenan if you sucked all the evil out of him.
Who's Gary Keenan?
From the British Office, the character played by Mackenzie Crook.
Oh, the little the
Dwight,
frail-looking
British Dwight.
blonde British.
Yeah, with like the bowl cut.
Yeah, what a disgusting-looking person.
Peter has like the same voice, but with all of like the darkness removed.
It's been so long since I watched the British Office that I believe you, and I can also see there's an unnerving glass bird bone kind of vibe thing that they both have.
Yeah, don't look at them too hard.
Yeah, but just like you couldn't, like don't let him trip down some stairs because he's gonna be a goner.
Die.
Him die.
Him
Die. Him dead.
I feel like I do feel like they've decided to stop including stuff about, I guess, all of their families. They kind of use that earlier on when they're trying to get you to. Ryan, what are you doing?
Star Trek. Going halfway to Star Trek and coming back.
I feel like as he's been separated from the brother for longer and longer, he has like these rings around his eyes that don't indicate that he's not sleeping. They're red. They indicate that he's been crying a lot. His face like he freshly came off a big cry
He
all
has
the time.
he kind of always, his skin is so milky and his other facial features are so
Ruddy.
red that
Kind of translucent.
That's a Scots thing. I've mentioned it before that they just like are so red sometimes.
I swear to God, he's got to be like he's not from Scotland. He went to school in Scotland. He went to uni in Edinburgh, but I don't think that's like born in Scotland.
Accent. I don't know.
he's Scottish. They've just said he's Scottish.
I think he's not very Scottish.
He's lightly Scottish.
He's southern Scottish. Edinburgh is like right on the border, so there's more crossover. It's not like Glasgow. The heavy Scottish accent is the Glasgow accent.
Yeah, and he's upper class.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's definitely got to count for something.
a posh Scot.
He's a posh Scot. Yes, exactly.
That
That
sounds like
a
a
great ska band, the Posh Scots.
it's good because it's an oxymoron.
Yeah.
Because like I heard in like Europe they use the Scottish flag to signify like bargain.
No way.
Yeah, like I've heard in Germany and stuff, like
Flyers and shit for like the dollar store.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
like a bargain beer and you know, fucking schnitzel or whatever.
You mean so if Scotsmen are abroad, that's what they know what to get?
I think they're just like somehow attached to frugality throughout the continent.
Oh no, that's a thing. Yeah, fucking tighter than a Scotsman's purse is a saying. Yep.
Now it sounds like we're talking about porn again.
No, Scrooge McDuck, for heaven's sakes.
Scrooge.
Ebenezer Scrooge has always been portrayed as Scottish as well.
I had never thought about that
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Yeah, Scotch people are just tight.
Oh, wow.
They're tight. You know, they wouldn't trip over a penny.
Because they have good balance.
Well, I mean, they stop and pick it up.
I know, but I
Yeah,
They can just squat and pick it up because they got the kilt on.
yeah, that's right. They pick it up with their butt cheeks.
Yep, that's right, and it's got
or
the
like
queen.
your urethra.
Yeah, notoriously.
Oh,
sad.
yeah, like an elephant's trunk.
Yeah, I really like the
You
idea
know,
of
guys can do
urethra.
that. We just don't let anybody know. I got a
And
prehensile
you have to
dick.
do, like the trunk, we have to do a lot of like snorkeling around to kind of, because you can't look with it, you have to feel for it.
Yeah, and if you're circumcised, you can't do that.
No, but what if, like, you could just open up and then a little eyeball starts looking?
What if?
I mean, that would be great.
You mean when that happens?
It's just like,
Isn't it cool?
and then there's a little.
That comes
It's like that critter that's like in the water in the trash compactor in Star Wars.
yeah.
Like pops up.
Ugh, or like a bot fly.
A single eye stalk.
I guess with a bot fly, it's its breathing pose, but still. Yeah, it's bad. That's a bad bug. It's not a good one.
Dot fly gross. I haven't thought about those in years.
Yeah, they're not. It's not a good. It's not a good one.
Wait, were you a horse girl?
What?
Were you a horse girl?
Certainly not.
Oh, how do you know about bot flies?
Oh, because I watched a really fucked up documentary on Travel Channel once as a child, where it was
Oh.
like British science crew was talking about like going into like a really intense jungle, and like they're all feeling really sick, and they have like these like weird itchy things, and they can't figure out like what this rash is from, and then like they finally find like a field doctor or whatever, and they're like, because your whole torso is full of fucking bot flies too.
No.
And then had like video of them like popping up the little.
Oh, fuck all that
Since
noise.
I was a child. As a kid.
No, that
like,
what
that
I
is-
know bot flies like on a horse. Certain flies will like lay their eggs on like the insides of their legs down by their feet, and you have like a I was in 4-H, so you know it wasn't like fancy, of course, but you know, you have like a fine tooth comb, like a flea comb, that you get them off with because they lay their eggs. They're like nits, kind of.
Yeah.
And if they don't, you know, they like burrow into their flesh if you don't get them off.
Well, that was I think.
But they got on people
Is that, yeah. it can
because they were
have-
like fierce jungle bot flies.
Yeah, and that like, but then it puts out like a little, like it's going snorkeling. It pops up a little hose.
Oh, right, so it can breathe through your motherfucking body.
While it's way down in there, and that shit sucks. I am not like a bug gross out person, but that shit fucking sucks.
2 thumbs down for the butterfly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that and I don't like a peanut head. I don't like a peanut head.
Like Beetlejuice? What, you mean microencephaly?
No, there is a thing called a peanut head moth, and its
Oh.
head is shaped like a fucking peanut, and it's translucent, so you can kind of see through it. And just something about, and they're like kind of big.
Oh.
And
Like moths.
You wouldn't like
it's
these. They're pretty
he's
gnarly.
He's a challenging wolf.
Challenging moth?
Yeah, it's a challenging, because I like moths too, but this is a
Yeah.
challenging. Google it. Google peanut head moth. Let me see how you feel.
My picture box finder thing is, I don't know.
It's a
Here it is. Picture telling me things machine.
You look it up and you tell me what emotions it brings up in you. It might not stress you, but it's a bug that does stress me. I don't prefer peanut head. Ryan, you're making such a tiny little mouth. Well, now you made it big.
Wide Leonard mouth.
But it was Italian Leonard mouth before.
Italian Leonard?
I said Italian, but I like Italian.
Peanut head moth.
Yeah,
Who else
don't
uses
know.
speech to text?
Who has time to write out those words?
That's fine.
You looked it up and you're okay with it?
Yeah.
Oh.
It's kind of weird.
I mean, your first experience with it was seeing the actual like specimens at a bug museum.
That's true.
It's actually pretty beautiful.
It's not like a wonder of nature. It's just a thing where like I'm not really a person like when I see a bug I don't feel freaked out. There's somewhere I'm like I don't really want you to walk on me. But
It
feel
doesn't feel like a moth though.
No, it kind of just feels like a
Big critter, big crawler.
yeah.
I don't like that too much about it because like normally moths have like the feathery antenna,
Yeah,
which really just lends them a whole like softness and like I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm just gonna tickle you a little bit.
No, peanut
That's
head
a
moth
good
like is gonna
moth.
like get up in your face and make you look through its head.
Yeah, it's gonna do that, and I don't like that. I don't
Like
want it
kind
to
of
do
crunch.
Yeah.
that. Or worse, or it's gonna pulsate.
Yeah, what's gross is like there's at least like one picture on here of a person like gripping it by the peanut head.
No, I don't. But part of what freaks me out about it is that I don't usually feel mega bug freak out. So it was weird to have one where I was like, not you though. You're
There's some
you're the one that
gross
I
ones
say
out
the thing
there.
on.
Oof. You know what grossed me out? Or assassin bugs. You know, like wheel bugs. You ever see those?
No.
Ugh.
Assassin bugs?
Assassin bugs. They're like kind of related to. They're like a shield bug, is what some people call them.
Oh my god, is this a fucking crab bug?
Kind of. They're kind of like related to stink bugs, but they're like predators.
Holy shit. Wait, hang on. I have to look this up because this might be very important to my life.
Wheel bug or assassin bug are the one we have around here. Damn, Ryan, you look fucking fat as shell. Yeah, that's tight, dog. My dude's in space and shit.
Worldwide.
Yeah, my motherfucker's in
Yeah.
space and shit.
Fuck
I'm
yeah.
just in bed.
This is alright, so assassin bug, my family called them crab bugs.
Okay.
And we,
Yeah, I've seen some crazy ones down south too.
yeah, they are yeah, they're not
They're not cool.
that's my
Alright,
mom.
rascals, come on, let's get some food.
My mom
Are you gonna feed your spiders? Feeding your assassin bugs? Spiders.
Yeah, but we were trying to describe it because my mom, my brother, and I have always called them crab bugs, and somehow my dad fully missed that. And so, like, just a few months ago, he was like, "What the fuck is a crab bug? Like, is it a crab? What are you talking about?" And we weren't able because we only ever called them crab bugs. We were like, it's like a big stink bug, but horrible.
No, my family, we like looked it up in a book and we're like, what is this actually called?
No, we just made up. I mean, true to the person that I am to this day, we made up a stupid name for it that only made sense for us in the moment, and then moved on.
Right. Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, those are challenging. The first time I ever saw one was that I had been outside with my brother and I were outside with my mom when my brother and I were little. And we came inside and there was something, it looked like a big toy bug on her shoulder.
Oh,
It was
no.
one of those, and it was like
They move all slow and stuff. They're like,
It was real, and it was really big. And so I remember as a little kid being like, what is that on your shoulder? Assuming like, did you put a toy, like a plastic bug there as like a funny joke? And my mom looked, and my mom is not a bug person, and she lost her fucking mind.
Well, my first encounter with those was in Arkansas, and my dad, like, there were like a bunch of them where we were, and my dad told me that, like, while they won't go after you, if one does bite you, it's really bad. Because they have like a weird, like, sucker, like, puncture mouth. Like a stink bug does, where they go into the plant and suck the juice out. But they do a certain thing to you, and it'll, like, he said the wound can get infected. I've never actually heard of anybody getting bit by one ever, but I just remember my dad told me that, and it freaked me out. And I've always been just like, I don't know, if he hadn't have told me that, I'd probably have a different take on them, but they're fucked up.
They're fucked up.
Oh, this motherfucking guy has himself a glass of wine.
I saw somebody drinking wine on TV, so I had to get a glass of wine. This happens to me.
You drinking wine on this fucking stream?
Yep.
Damn. Maybe I should just jump off a building. You should watch me do that.
Well, that would probably get a lot of views.
Right, we do have to have.
Oh yeah, we do have to have a death.
A real death.
A real death.
Real human
Every
death.
stream, someone dies and never comes back because they're dead. The Mercury Theater channel.
No, that shit works though.
Soap operas or whatever, where they would talk about like somebody dies, but then they wouldn't want to kill off any of the main characters. So they'd have somebody come on where it'd be like, "It's Laverne, my long lost sister from out of town," and like she would fucking die because she was only ever going to be in that one episode anyway.
That sounds like a trick.
Yeah.
Or when someone dies in a soap opera and they show up next season and it's like, I'm their twin.
Yeah, that's good though.
Or
I
if
like
it
that.
really died, I had a terrible head injury, but I was rescued by French sailors off the coast.
Yeah. Damn, soap operas are fucking tight.
I kind of want. I've
You want
always
to get back into? You want to do a fucking live stream about like days of their lives or something?
No, we should just do the very low budget things of our lives.
I don't know about all that.
but one where like it. Because I remember there was one that I would sometimes like kind of not even watch, but like flip through if I was like homesick, where it had like there was like an evil magician and like little
Passions.
Oh yeah, that was the
Passions?
one.
Yeah.
And
I never heard of that.
And
It was like a parody.
Oh.
It was satire.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
But I mean, it was like
I assume they were all the same.
It was a very committed satire, but it was definitely like, what are the most insane soap opera tropes we can all run together and make them as insane as possible? Yeah, there's like a doll, like this old lonely woman who had a doll that came to life that was like her child, but only when no one was there, right?
Oh my god.
Wow.
It was
What was this on?
the 90s.
90s.
Yeah, I don't remember that at all.
I guess. I remember I could never stand to look at a soap opera for more than like 2 minutes. So.
Nah, I had like a good run where I watched soap operas a lot.
Yeah.
They're funny. You get into it.
Sometimes
I had like
those
a couple
people-
of friends that we all like kind of like got on it, and we all worked together, and like it was the same place I worked with with Blotto, but we a lot of us would have a shift where we work lunch and then dinner, but like have a couple hours off in the middle of the afternoon, so we'd go over to someone's house and watch like Guiding Light and Days of Our Lives, smoke weed.
And Touched by an Angel is not a soap opera, right?
No, that was a primetime drama.
That's like a very special episode every episode.
Yeah.
Oh.
We used to watch that in my
Part
house.
of it? Was it supernatural or was it just Christian?
No, there were actual
Pretty
angels.
Christian.
It was pretty Christian, but there were
also Christian.
but there
Yeah,
were
it-
the
Well,
two
there weren't actual angels, there were fictional angels. Because actual angels are, you know,
Emanations of the
covered in
Godhead.
eyes and like
yeah.
Yeah.
It's cherubims and seraphims and shit.
Lower order emanations.
These were nice people from heaven, is what they had on Touched by
Yeah,
an
it was
Angel.
Della Reese and that Irish lady.
Kathy Ireland,
What-
right? Or wait,
Kathy Ireland was like a swimsuit model. You
no, I don't know.
Boner.
I always thought that lady was
you
Kathy Ireland.
teen boner haver.
I don't remember. Yeah, I just thought it was that lady.
I don't know.
I really
She's
like the idea of doing a version of this, except it is with angels as they are discussed in the Bible, where it's just like a kid falls off of his bike like down a ravine and he's like, what am I ever gonna do? And there's like a massive eyeballs and wings that's just like, like
And then he becomes a saint.
yeah, and then that kid just like becomes a saint, and he's trying to like introduce the massive eyeballs and bird wings to like his family. They're all just running and screaming. He's like, no, it's fine.
Be not afraid. Come on back.
Where it's just a burning wheel in the sky.
Yeah.
What I like to think about with that is that it has to be in the sky very far away. And so it's there, and it's always saying things that could be helpful to you, but it's just too far away for you to really hear it.
That's a good angel.
Wheel in the sky keeps on burning.
Do you guys get
like,
texts from home
"How about my
slice?
divorce?" And then it's just like, oh,
I don't get texts from home slice. But I was getting texts from a weed dispensary in fucking Palm Springs until like a week or two ago when I finally was like hit. It was like stop to quit, like text back stop to quit getting these. And I was like, God damn.
wait, who are you?
From a weed dispensary that I went to last year in Indio, California. It's near
They
Palm
were
Springs.
texting you for a full
Yeah, because it's like one of those dumb places that I don't know why they do it or like why I always agree, but it's just like, when you buy things at some stores, they want all your information.
Yeah.
It was like that, and I was like, can I please just get fucking weed? Like, shut up. It was really annoying. It was like in Palm Springs, which is like really fancy, and like I was with Lucas Rambo, and he was all like in a bad mood.
Fancy it's been.
He lost his fucking ID and couldn't go in, and like, I was like, this is gonna be really expensive and annoying. Probably we should go to another one. He's like, well, this is like the closest one to where we are. I was like, all right, whatever. We can go to one at 29 Palms up the street. And it's not like all fucking weird and bougie. And this place was like going into like an Apple store or something, and it was like, it's like with a lot of dispensaries. I mean, it's not like that with like medical ones as much. I don't think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jordan. But like, the ones like out west, where like they had like a salesperson up your ass. It was weird. They're like, what do you want? What are you looking for? What can I get for you? I'm like, motherfucker, just let me look.
Working on
I'm fucking from Maryland. This is like cool to me. But yeah, all the ones in California were kind of like that.
I went to a spaceship kind of one in LA. There was like, you go into a bookstore that has like a magazine rack on the wall, and a bored like teenage girl is like, I need to see your ID. As soon as you walk in, you do that, and then the magazine rack opens.
The whole fucking wall.
And then it's like weed spaceship that you go into, and I was just like fully overwhelmed, and I was like,
that's how I was. I was like, I need to just look for like 15 minutes.
I didn't want to be there for 15 minutes. I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, it was kind of like, give me that, and let me get out of here. And then I was kind of like, I don't really want either one of these things, but whatever. Yeah, it was fine. But yeah, I've been getting texts from them. Yeah, I guess every place does it different, because that place was up my butt, and then like, I think I went to like one or two other in California, and like one of them was kind of like that, and the other one was chill. Like the one I went to in Portland was like kind of what I imagined a dispensary would be like a cross between a pharmacy and a liquor store. Or like they just actually like had the weed in jars behind you at the counter and like weighed it out, and we're like, here you go, and it was chill, but like
My sister's partner runs a small chain of CBD dispensaries in North Carolina.
Damn.
Isn't that called a store?
Uh,
Is it a dispensary if it's CBD?
He's like, they're like all kind of apothecary themed, so they're more like the Portland thing that runs.
They live in Asheville.
Yeah, they live in Asheville.
I heard that Congress is voting on a federal decriminalization thing in December.
What's doing federal decriminalization?
Congress is voting on something about federal decriminalization in December this month.
Oh wow!
So they can get that Colorado money.
Yeah, all over the fucking country.
Hand
We need
over
it right
fist.
now.
That's
Yeah,
right.
that might be. We might get free weed out of Corona. Freed.
Free
Not
weed.
freed weed, rather.
Free.
Yeah,
Nah, it'd be free because I'd be
heard it
growing
here
that
first.
shit like a motherfucker.
Freaking free weed. That's gonna be our stimulus, is that we're all getting free weed.
They're like, you can grow it in your backyard and it doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah.
I think that's what I would actually
That's
want.
all I want. That's all I want to do.
Yeah, if I
Because
could
you can
have
you can
little-
grow enough weed for yourself for the year with like fucking 3 or 4 plants if you do it right. Get out of town.
That's how man was supposed to live before he was put into shackles.
From the earth.
You know what? I think man was meant to get high on their own supply. That's what
Damn
I
right, George. Yeah.
Why would God have given us this bountiful earth?
You talk that shit, girl.
Why would he put it on this planet if he did not want us to enjoy it?
Yeah, blaze eye. Blaze eye.
Hildegard the
professor
Bing.
from Mississippi, and he told me how when he was a kid, they would just grow it on the side of dirt roads.
Ditchweed.
Just like go and check on it every now and then.
Yep.
Just like pick a little bit, and roll off.
Yeah, I've heard of dudes doing it. Right. You know, it's crazy in Nebraska. There's industrial hemp that grows all over the place.
Whoa.
Which I did not know about until recently. Like, when drove through there last year, me and Lou were on tour coming back, and we were in this huge traffic jam. Like, that was like almost like a quarter of the state was like just fucked.
Ugh.
I don't even remember what happened on the road. It was like maybe like a 18-wheeler, like a spill or something. You had to go around. Anyway, I had to go on like a secondary highway, and on all the border of the cornfields and the ditches were like these weird little stunted weed plants. We're like, what the fuck? Come to find out recently that in Nebraska during World War II, they grew tons and tons and tons of industrial hemp for ropes, you know, for like the Navy and shit like that. And then it just grew everywhere. But you can't really get high off of it.
Yeah, I didn't think.
It's not the same kind. And it's all like, just like spread out. Gross.
Sad.
Literal ditchweed.
Yeah, literally ditchweed, yeah.
Oh.
So that's the name of that game. Donnie Ditchweed over here. Wide Leonard, Donnie Ditchweed, the nightmare.
Why Leonard has disappeared?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
I can see my house from here.
Whoa.
Yeah, on his screen.
Hell yeah.
Oh wait, no, I don't live in Europe. Shit.
Yeah, I don't.
I can see the country estate where they filmed the Great British Baking Show at. From
Hey,
here.
Duck
Gaze upon
family
it.
on this one. Good duck family.
Yeah. Got,
Good what?
There's some baby duck action.
A little bit of baby duck action.
What?
Roll.
I missed that.
Baby duck B-roll.
I mean, I missed apparently all of the good jokes.
There was a couple of good ones, yeah.
I
I'll
missed
tell you,
all
yeah.
because I was on drugs.
Hey, nobody's perfect, mate. You know, we can't all be on drugs.
The famous Oasis song.
We can't all be on
We
drugs.
can't all be on drugs.
Mate.
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 Yeah, that's right.
It is funny to me, Aaron, that you went through an Oasis phase like
They're not bad.
I mean, sure. I don't really have like deep feelings of hatred
You're
for
a
them.
person, you can get a visceral response off something and it is dead to you forever.
I guess. I just wouldn't anticipate Ronsky to be the person to have an Oasis phase in 2020.
I was just going through British rock bands that I liked, and I was like, wait, I think I like Oasis, and I put on that album. I was like, I sure do like this one album.
It changed your life.
By these British
A
idiots.
little bit, yeah. Yeah.
That's so cool.
Yeah. It was great.
What the fuck happened to those dudes? They just
They
They
were like the biggest band in the world for like a minute.
And
They were the biggest band in Britain. They were like huge.
Exploded.
And then they just kind of like
right, I knew they imploded, but
they
like,
just kind of like they didn't implode. They fizzled. Like
no, they
broke-
quit in the middle of a tour.
Yeah, but it was in like 2009, dude.
Well, maybe.
Like they were a band for like 20 years.
They were banned for way longer than you would expect. But then they have.
But they put out like the first 2 albums were like huge. Then the third one came out, and then they started like losing original members. Like the bass player left after like the second album, and they got actually like the guitar player from you ever heard of Curve, the shoegaze band? He played with them.
I've heard of them, but I couldn't.
But yeah, they just kind of like got like not as good, and just fought all the time. Like yeah, because Liam would do shit where like he would just like stop singing in the middle of a song, just to piss the rest of the band off, so Noel would step up and like sing. Who he sings just as good, or if not better than Liam.
And then they were gonna do like an MTV Unplugged, and Liam said that he had a sore throat, so he couldn't do it. So they did it without him, but Liam just got drunk in a balcony and heckled the entire time.
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's insane.
Oi, mate, what you drinking there? A lager?
It's got a thumbs up.
Picky eater approved.
What the hell does that mean? That's not a thing.
Is that like
means
a
it's for
roll of
dumb-
crescent rolls or something?
It sure is. You're exactly right.
What is it?
Wait, is this Pillsbury
Oh,
Doughboy thing? What
are
is
you
that?
making crescent rolls?
Have you ever smelled these?
Yeah.
You know
Crescent.
you know what they smell like?
What? Booty hole?
Up dog.
No,
What? Croissant?
something different.
Wait, is this gonna be like a real dumb
Yeah,
joke
yeah.
that I have to? Do I have to watch something to get this joke?
What do crescent rolls smell like?
You never smelled them?
Yes, we've all smelled them. They smell
I
like
actually bought and ate a croissant the other day.
They smell in the uncooked form. These products right here. This picky eater approved.
Yeah.
Smell exactly like sebum.
You didn't know what sebum was until an hour ago, 2 hours ago.
Nothing smells more like sebum.
What you got that in the house for anyway? Jesse's like one of the best bakers out there.
I know.
Let's get Jesse on this show. That would probably pick.
This is our first episode. Just knitting, you know. Cool.
No, I meant-
that looks like a wiener kind of.
Yeah, it's because
Like a
of
gross one.
Korean. It's sort
It's a
of
cornucopia.
Looks like your gross dick. Wide Leonard. Wide Leonard's gross dick.
it's crescent roll shaped.
I'm gonna write a song called Wide Leonard's Gross Dick.
Do we?
Ew, it really does. Is that's why you bought it, isn't it? You were in a store, and you're like, "Oh my God, I can't buy Star Crunch. Can't buy Star Crunch, but I can buy this because it looks like a dick."
Well, I wish someone would have warned me about those hypno videos.
That was the thing. You had no interest in this food before, but
No,
now.
now I can't walk by the aisle. It's really the smell more than the look.
Oh yeah, is that what you like?
Because it's got that sebum smell.
I'm glad that we could gift you this new thing for you to.
So that's why I'm so happy, is because I'm so dumb.
No, we're dumb because we didn't watch your video.
Right, remember?
No, but see, I guess you're too smart to get joy from the Munchkin voice.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Let's not go to bed.
Yeah. Time to go to bed.
Time for me to enjoy my crescent roll.
Are you gonna make those right now?
Okay.
I got a different tube in the fucking oven as we speak.
No, you don't. You got fucking a thing of croissants in at 9:52 p.m. on a Friday
Roll them
night.
around hot dogs. You should have rolled them around hot
Oh,
dogs.
yeah, well, you can buy those already pre-rolled. They're called pre-rolls in the hot dog world.
At the hot dog dispensary.
They're also called pigs in a blanket. And you get them,
Yeah.
throw them right in your oven. They have a little bit of ice on them, so they're cold, and you can put them in the oven. Gets the ice right off.
Damn. That sounds what's up. Yeah.
It's been a really long time since I've had
Ritzman.
one. Ritzman. But I remember pigs in a blanket being much better than a regular hot dog. The pigs in a blanket hot dog was a better hot dog, and I don't know why.
Probably because
It's a greasy little sausage instead of a
rubbery
frankfurter.
There's less rules. Pigs in a blanket don't fall under the same food law as a hot dog.
Yeah, pig in a blanket, there's no like, oh, is it a sandwich? Is it not a sandwich? It's just its own thing.
The FDA is prohibited
hot
from
dog.
interfering in pigs in a blanket
A
business.
hot dog, people, there's a hot debate of its sandwich status. Hot debate surrounding its sandwich status.
hot debate.
I think a hot dog is a sausage sandwich.
It's its own thing. Why can't it just be its own thing? Why does everything have to be consolidated into one category?
Because that's how I understand reality.
I think there can be different things.
There can be. You got pigs in a blanket and you
No,
got sausage
I
sandwiches.
believe all
can't.
things are one thing.
All things
And
are
what-
one thing. If you've been watching Nodding Off, you would know that.
What? All things are what?
All things are one thing.
We've decided all things are one.
Yeah, but like in this realm, they're differentiated.
No, I think all things are just the one thing.
Yeah, in some sort of ultimate reality, but we don't live there.
I'm being a bitch. I'm not talking about anything.
Alright, we'll see you next week for the finale of Bake Off, of the worst season of Bake Off.
Oh wait, the Black Friday edition. The day that I inadvertently agreed to work the front desk at Charm City Cakes.
Ooh, interacting with the public.
Yeah.
Look at Black
I
Friday.
was like, can you work? I guess that's February 27th would be. Yeah, that would be that day. Yeah.
February.
Sometimes I'll fill in. No, it'll be fine, but I don't care. It's easy. But I was like, oh, it's Black
Yeah, you'll
Friday.
have fun at doorbusters at Charm City Cake.
I don't know. I mean, nobody even comes in there, but people like, you pretty much you just like are there to like give people their
Boners.
pickup orders.
Pickup boners.
Picking stuff up.
Yeah.
People can Grubhub shit. It's basically, I'm just gonna read for like 6 hours and,
Nice.
and hand strangers cakes and be like, "Yeah, have a nice one. No, Duff doesn't live here anymore."
Every
Well.
single one of them's gonna ask where Duff is.
Like every other one does.
Yeah, I would assume all people that are going there.
I mean,
are
that's
like,
the
"Can I
whole
meet
reason they're
Duff?"
going. I don't know.
Yeah.
what else
Well,
it
I
is.
mean, like, also, I didn't realize like that show hasn't been on the air for like almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he has other spin-off shows. Like he's still in the public eye.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, did he like sell it to somebody?
No.
He still owns it. He just
he
lives
just-
lives in
Lives in
California.
LA and has another location there. But then I think there's been a couple other. They had like a TV show just.
Is it
about
called
the
Charm
LA
City
stuff.
Cakes in LA? Also,
Yeah.
that's funny.
Yeah, it's the brand, dude. You got a lot to learn about brands, okay?
I gotta go get my crescent rolls out, y'all.
All right, wide. See you later, wide.
Next week, etc.
Next
Bye.
week, etc. Bye.